Because of the issues with trying to draw out a chart like this, and time and all of that kind of a thing, instead of doing practice problems together today, we're going to go ahead and do them, watch them here, and then if you have a question during these two problems, please unmute yourself, tell me who you are, and we'll talk about whatever questions you might have. Okay, so here is a chart that is essentially just like the last one that I walked you through. Okay, we see that over here there's the dates, the activities that are happening, and then whether it's a deposit or a debit. Remember, deposits are adding, debits are subtracting, and we see the beginning balance. And what we need to do is we need to find out all of these missing pieces. So remember, we don't want to try to do that all at one time. We do just one step at a time, okay? So let's first just think about this. So he has, or she, whoever this might be, has $123.47, okay? On May 5th, oh, look, a deposit. A deposit is adding. So I want to add $31.22 for my babysitting. So I'm adding $31.22. That would be 9, 6, decimal, 4, 5, and 1. So I need to put that amount right here, $154.69. Now I go to my next row. On May 14th, this is a debit. Remember, debits are subtraction. So they went to Taco Bell and they had $4.09. So I need to take away $4.09. 9 minus 9, 0, 6, 0, 5, and 1. So this amount is $150.60. So now the next line we have transfer to savings. Now I want to talk about that for a minute. If this is my checking account and I am transferring money to my savings, I list that as a debit because it is out of this particular account. It is no longer in this account. Now, is that still my money? Absolutely, because I'm saving it. Okay, but what this tells me is that this person, like myself, has both a checking account and a savings account. So this money is going from one account to another. So this is a debit, okay, because it is coming out of this account. So I need to take away $35. I can't do 0 minus 5, so I'm going to take away a $10 bill and trade it for 10 ones. And now that's 5, and then 1 and 1. So now this person has $115.60 in their account. So then we come to May 20th. Ooh, a deposit. Deposits are adding. Okay, birthday money, $54.19. Okay, that makes me wonder how they got 19 cents, but who knows? So I'm going to add $54.19. That would be 7, 9, 6, 1. So now he has $169.79. And since I'm running out of room, I'm going to rewrite that up here for the last one. So on May 28th, he had another debit. Debits are subtraction from Barnes & Noble. So he spent $25.80 at Barnes & Noble. So I need to subtract that. That would be 9. I can't do 7 minus 8, so I take $1 and trade it for 10 dimes. 17 minus 8 is 9. 8 minus 5 is 3. 6 minus 2 is 4, and my 1. So he is left with $143.99. Any questions? All right, so here we have our last problem we're going to do together. It looks exactly like the last couple that we've looked at. We have our dates, our activities, whether it's a deposit or a debit, and we have the balance. So one thing that might be helpful, if it helps you to do this and say plus right here, because you know that's a deposit, you can do that. And then the same thing for these debits. You can write subtract next to it so you don't forget. All right, so we need to find the balances here. So he's starting out with $56. And the first thing that happens is he gets a deposit. So he has $42.28 that he is going to add 28, not 9, so that he can find his new balance. I know that's 28 cents, and then that would be 8, and that's 9. So now he has $98.28. Okay? On May 14th, he went to McDonald's and spent $5.16. So I need to subtract 516, which gives me $93.12. And a couple days later, he wrote a check. Now notice, this is something to pay attention to. Okay, so this debit, he probably used his debit card, okay, which we're going to talk about methods of payment next week. So most likely he used a debit card for this. And then this, he actually used an actual check, okay, because he is making sure that he's putting that in his records. So that's important to him to know, okay. So he paid $25 for soccer. So we need to take away 25. I can't do 3 minus 5. So I'm going to take a $10 bill and trade it for 10 $1 bills. 13 minus 5 is 8, and 8 minus 2 is 6. So now he has $68.12. And next, here's another debit. So he's using his debit card, and he needs to buy some soccer socks. Okay, so those soccer socks cost $9.57. So we're going to take away $9.57. I can't do 2 minus 7, so I take this dime and I trade it for 10 pennies. 12 minus 7 is 5. Oh, now I have no dimes, but I need to take away 5 pennies. So I'm going to borrow $1 and trade it for 10 dimes. 10 minus 5 is 5. I have $7, but I need to take away 9, so I can't do that. I'm going to trade one $10 bill for 10 $1 bills. 17 minus 9 is 8, and then a 5. So now he has $58.55. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it over here because I ran out of room. So we can do the last one. So here's another debit. So he's using his debit card again, and this time he went to Burger King. And so now he is subtracting $5.16. Well, I can't do 5 pennies minus 6 pennies, so I'm going to trade a dime for 10 pennies. So 15 pennies minus 6 pennies is 9. 4 dimes minus 1 dime is 3. $8 minus $5 is 3, and then I have 5 tens. So his ending balance right now is $53.39. Any questions?